Hi guys, it's Kat. So I am going to scrapbook. I'm still working on my Disney album, and I'm going to scrapbook these 3 pictures of my son Justin when we went to Disney World, and this one. And I'm not real sure what I'm going to do. I have an idea that I want to do horizontal stripes with these different papers, and I'll show you the papers real quick. With these papers and with this as my background, but that's about as far as I've gotten. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and get started. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, so right now I'm just taking the papers that I chose and am cutting them in horizontal strips. I'm not measuring them or anything, I'm just kind of guessing how wide I want them to be, because I don't want them to be perfect and matching. I just want them to stagger a little bit, and I'm going to place them down and try to put them the way that I want them. And when I start gluing them down, I'm just using a teeny bit of adhesive because I'm going to be sewing these onto the background paper. And I had a problem with my sewing machine recently where my needle got all gunked up with adhesive, so I had to take it apart and clean it and stuff. So I'm being a little more careful now as far as making sure that there's no adhesive near where I'm going to sew. So I am distressing the edges with the black soot distress ink, just to make it stand out a little bit more on the, the different pieces to stand out more. And now I'm back from sewing, and I used a zigzag stitch, and I'm just using some washi tape to tape down the ends of the thread on the back so that they don't pull through the paper. And I'm thinking this looks really cute, and I thought that I would take this star border stamp and stamp it around the outside edge of this, and I do that, but first I'm taking wax paper and I'm trying to find the right red ink, and I was kind of doing it to see what it would look like before I actually stamped it on the layout, because I didn't want to mess up, which I end up doing anyway, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So I got a couple different red inks out. I tried this VersaFine, and it wasn't a good match. It just was too orange and too light. And then I end up pulling out my Stampin' Up! Real Red, I believe, and that's the one that I end up going with. So I think this was a good idea, but the stars were just too big. If they were like a little bitty border, I think it would have looked cute, but this, I just didn't like the way that it looked when it was done. So I will end up cutting all of this off. But I left it in the video so that you could see, how I mess up. I know sometimes people appreciate seeing that other people mess up or whatever, but it's just, see how it looks? It just looks really, really busy. And maybe it looks okay to some, I don't know, but it just was too much for my eye to take in. So I just ended up cutting it off. I think part of the problem was that you couldn't really see the pictures. Like, there was so much other stuff to look at that it drew your eye away from the pictures, and I wanted the pictures to be the focal point. So I'm putting them down on white paper, and I'm going to use my new Perfect Layers tool to cut a border, or a mat, I'm sorry, same thing really, but so I'm cutting a mat, and I think it's 1/4 of an inch. I can't really see on the tool right now because of the blind spot, but I'm just going to do that to all 3 photos. And I really like this Perfect Layer tool. I did a video on it showing how it works, and I'm going to upload that soon. I just need to edit the video, and as soon as I upload it, I'll show you how it works in more detail. Okay, so this is where I end up just trimming off the stars, which really kind of bummed me out because I love that yellow striped background paper. But this looks cute too. I mean, it's got a border, you know. So I'm going to go through my papers and try to pick out a background page now. And to be honest, I don't remember which one I chose. Not that one, I hope, because I don't like the way that looks. Oh dear, maybe that is the one I chose. I don't know. It's been a while since I did this layout. Yep, I guess that's the one I chose. I don't really like that though. I think maybe I changed it again or something, because I don't remember keeping it like that. We'll have to wait and see. I do remember having a lot of problems with this layout though. I just couldn't get it right. But then when I finally did, I was pretty happy with the end result. So I'm popping the photos up on foam dimensionals just to make them stand out a little bit more, because again, the background is really, really busy. And I think I do remember changing this, so I think I do cut off this red paper and I replace it with another background paper at some point. Okay, so I've decided where my photos are going to go, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere them down to the page. Yep, okay, there we go. So I decided I don't like the red background, so I trim it down and make it a border. So now I've got 2 background pages and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other. So I've used 7, 8 pieces of paper for this one layout. But I do like this little rock looking yellow paper that you see there. That was kind of cute, but I guess I didn't go with that. I went with the black. I think it was just so busy, I wanted something solid to just ground it, you know. So I think this looks a lot better. So even though it's still busy, it's just less. It doesn't hurt your eyes so much to look at it. So now I'm going through some of my thickers, looking for the right color to use. And I think I end up using letter stickers that aren't even thickers. Yeah, these Doodlebug stickers. And I really love these. I haven't used them yet because I just love them so much I don't want to use them up, and I don't think they sell them anymore in this font. But I love this font. And I love the size. I just think these are perfect letters. So I was worried about whether or not my title was going to fit and then how to center it on the page, so I put it on the wax paper and put it up there just to make sure that I could fit it all in right. And now I'm just going to put all the alphabet stickers down onto the page. And now I'm going to move on to embellishments. So that's the last time I used that washi tape right there, and now I can't find it. I have no idea what I did with it, but I've looked everywhere and I just can't find it. It's driving me crazy. So I got one of those little jewel Mickey Mouse heads, you know, and put that up at the top left corner. I thought about putting it inside one of the letters, but it didn't fit right. And then I put one down on the right hand bottom corner. And I don't know what I'm doing now, but I hope I zoom back out so you can see. Oh, I'm looking for a little bag to do my journaling. I was going to make my own tag and then put it in one of those little bags. So I'm looking for something to use as a journaling tag right now. I'm really sorry I'm zoomed in so much. I don't know why I did that. So I got this packaging from, I can't remember what, but some packaging, and I saved it because it looked like notebook paper, and I ended up cutting that down and using that as my journaling paper. And right now I'm stamping a little tab from Ali Edwards' Technique Tuesday stamp set. And I just needed to stamp it a couple times to get the color right. And I have the electronic die, I don't know what you call it, the electronic file, you know, for die cutting this stamp set. I don't know if you know or not, but Technique Tuesday sells like cutting files now for some of their stamp sets. But I didn't want to pull out my Silhouette just to cut this one little tab, so I just cut it out by hand. And then I stapled it on the journaling tag and put the journaling tag in the little bag. And I do my journaling later because I didn't think anybody would be interested in watching me write. And I thought I was going to use all this washi tape to decorate the bag, but then when I put it on the page, it just kind of melted into the back of the page, and I didn't like that. And I had to go back and change this date because the date was wrong. I keep stamping 2011 on all these pages, and the date was actually 2001. So I had to go through them the other day and change the date on all of them. But I do end up decorating the bag somehow, I just don't remember. I think I stamped something on it. Yeah, this is another Technique Tuesday Ali Edwards stamp. I love her stamps for scrapbooking. So that's it. I'm pretty much done with the layout. I think I'm going to back it up or zoom it out, whatever, and show it to you now so you can see the whole thing. I didn't do a lot of embellishing because I used so many pattern papers, but I do show you the stitching and the different layers. And all in all, I like how it turned out. I did need to re-ink my ink pad, or that stamp would have stamped better. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.